says here, max weight 22 kilo on the rack here. This rack's really well made. It comes stock with the bike, comes with front and rear racks. This bike is from Bicycle Express's Lewis bike, so thanks to Lewis for letting me take it out for a review. So it comes stock with these racks. The racks feel really, really good. They sent it up pretty good. It's good, you can put a pizza on here. 22 kilo max load. So yeah, you can definitely pandemic your way out of the situation on this sort of bike. But yeah, the rack, it feels really, really sturdy. You obviously wouldn't want to sit on that because it's 22 kilo limit, 50 pounds. But you could definitely hold a lot of pizza and sugar and rice on that one. Got the release day, got the bird in the bag here. We try and be quiet. Got the bike today. Beautiful spot here at Marietta Gorge. There's water down there. There's berries, there's insects and honey eater territory. A lot of cover as well for sparrowhawks and stuff like that. So plenty of places for this little bird to hide. Not too much wind as well. And also a bit of shade, but also a bit of sun. So perfect environment for release. This bird is really ready for it. The tail feathers aren't fully going back, but she's flying well. Let's have a look. Here we go, here we go. Look at that. Look at that vitality there. She's almost going for it. Here we go. Boom, look at that. After a little splash. Wow, this bird's so ready for a release. Bird life. Little fuzzy friend up there, having a sleep. That bird's instinct for survival is very, very strong. It's pretty cool to watch it jump in the water like that. It's flying off. Not sure where it went. Blinking, it's gone. This is the Trek 920. This is a pandemic bike, so we're carrying rescue birds in the pannier here. This is the rack here. It's easy to come on and off. Really well designed rack by someone at Trek there. Alloy fork. You know, I sell a gravel bike, the Pragma Groundbreaker. I sell a bike, the Pragma Gravel Breaker, and it's a carbon fork. It's not designed for this sort of heavy load. So if you want to run a heavy load, then you want to have a stronger fork like this. It's heavier, but of course it's heavy duty. So it depends what you're looking for. This is a pandemic bike. This is a bike that will pretty much take you anywhere. Massive tyre clearance. It's a 2.2 in there, and there's still room for a bit more. It's crazy. Alloy bar stems, alloy steerer. So we've got the stem penis here, but that's okay because it's an alloy steerer. No chance of crushing it. SRAM. I don't know. I'm not a fan of SRAM mountain bike brakes, but the road brakes here seem to work fine. It's a big lever, very stable. You can hit some rough roads. You've got a big bit of hood there to grab onto. It's kinked up like this because it handles 3 bottle cages. 1, 2, 3. And it's underneath, something down there as well. But again, you can put bottle holder here as well. It's an alloy frame, fully racked, ready for action. You know, put fenders on here. You put a saddle bag. You probably won't need really fender because you put a saddle bag on here, and that will be act as your rear fender. You could probably even put something down here if you wanted to. Mountain bike cranks. It looks like a 68mm bottom bracket shell. A couple of spaces in there, space out of 73, and that's got a mountain bike 2x10 crank set, which very cheap for chain rings. It's got a SRAM X5 with front derailleur. No bells and whistles, just works. Interesting cable running down here. It seems to be pretty good. Again, very easy to access. If you're out in the trail and you need to change something, it's just boom. It's nothing internal. It's just pretty much out there. So relatively easy to thread through. GX rear derailleur. These work great. It's got a little clutch in it as well, if you want that. Whatever they call it. But no, these work fantastic. The rims as well. Tubeless ready. Bontrager brand, probably something that came out of China. Could be reflective. It's pretty cool. But they finish very, very nicely. They ride nicely. Doesn't come stock with these tyres. These are the Maxxis Icon, which are a nice tyre. And we've got tubeless in here. So 2.2. So 60 for the road and 25 for the dirt and gravel. Plenty of clearance in there, isn't it? Fantastic. Seat, Montrose, big fan of that. Bontrager label, probably made by Velo in China. It's got alloy. This looks like a 27.2 seat post, so easy to get parts if you're on the road. Standard clamp, also easy to get parts for. So this bike is just built for the pandemic, 10-speed cassette, so you can get Shimano or SRAM or Sunrace or whatever Alibaba Express you can find out on the road. 10-speed chain, easy to get, stronger than 11 and 12 speed. And there's Hydro SRAM brakes, post mount, and a post mount on the fork as well. So pretty standard sort of fare. It's a nice bike ride. It's very stable, very, very chill. You know, just it's a bike that you're not going to hammer big watts on. It's a 100 watt bike. Well, it's a 2 to 3 watt per kilo bike. No, sorry, 1 to 3 watt per kilo bike all day, just cruising along. It is a nice, and this is a size 58, and I would recommend my seat height from top of the saddle to center of BB is 74 centimeters. So if I was going to buy this bike, I'll probably get a 56. Would I buy this bike? Currently no, because I've got plenty of bikes like this, but it would be a bike I could entertain owning. If I just want to go touring, heavyweight touring, just, you know, basically pack your life up sort of bike, put all your panniers on there and just go travel around the world or whatever, or ride around Australia. Noting that if you do put panniers on the front of the bike, it is a lot of aero drag. Alright, so this is just an exploring bike. It's definitely not a sort of indie pack style setup, but this bike will pretty much go anywhere you want. Mountain bike gearing, 2.2 tyres, you're going anywhere you want. You know, you're going anywhere you want. So this is definitely the Henry David Thoreau bike, the pandemic bike, the I'm going AWOL sort of bike. And you know, I think you could lighten it up a bit with different parts, but again, you'd have a road bike for that, wouldn't you? So I think Trek's done a great job, price-wise, about $2.50 Aussie dollar. So pretty sort of fair pricing there for corporate pricing. Nice colour, I like the mushroom. It's like a mushroom champagne colour. It's very nice, and I think it's a fantastic gravel bike for the options. It's not even a gravel bike; it's a do-anything bike, pandemic bike. Let's call it that. Could we improve upon this bike? There's always something if we improve. Tough one. I'm a fan of the SRAM shifting. SRAM brakes work pretty good. I did try the latest GRX 10-speed, and I was really impressed by that. So maybe they could do a GRX option. I would probably go GRX as well because of the mineral oil. Using the dot fluid, I mean, some people say it's not so good for you, some people say it's okay, but I generally find working with mineral oil brakes, personally I find it easier. But again, that's just personal preference, personal opinion. So I can't really fault this bike. It's not even a fault, but in the Magic, if I had the option between the Shimano brakes and SRAM brakes, I'm going to go Shimano brakes. I just had a better experience. Not that I've had a bad experience with SRAM disc road. I've had SRAM mountain bike disc. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on there. But otherwise, this bike is fantastic. Make sure you put a little rubber thing just in here, because that could well, it's a Yeti then. We're out in the middle of nowhere here, but I thought, yeah, so just frame protection there. No man, great bike. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 for what it is. I don't give it a 10 because it doesn't come in a Shimano GRX option. Otherwise, if it did, I'd give it a 10 out of 10 for what it is. A pandemic bike, reasonable priced, pretty lightweight frame and fork, wheels roll nice. You know, someone's done really good at Trek with this one.